Last week, we briefly went over Abraham's family tree, and some of you, for the very first time, may have figured out that Abraham had a second wife named Keturah. She was an Egyptian. So she actually had 6 children for Abraham. And remember, keep an eye on the Midianites. That is another bloodline. I know for me, when I begin to read the scriptures and follow the bloodline and finding out who is who, what's going on, and why things are going on the way they were going, it allowed me to see the scriptures in a different light. Torah is the foundation, the teacher to learning the rest of the scriptures. Welcome to Torah Chat Points. My name is Patrice Robinson from Reconcile the Kingdom. We're working towards becoming harmony of the whole word of truth. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below, comment, and share this video as a way of showing your support. We're going to focus on the significant events from chapter 28 through 30 of Genesis, and we're going to always jump right into it. Genesis chapter 28. Now, we have several events in this chapter. We have Isaac blessing Jacob and commanding him not to marry any of the Canaan women, but to go to his mother's family to get a wife. Remember, Isaac married his cousin, which means Jacob will be doing the same thing. There is no commandment at this time from Yehovah for not marrying your kin at this time. The second point is the dream of Jacob. Here is where we see the angels ascending and descending and continue promises from Yehovah from the land that the descendants will be inheriting. Now, Yeshua stated this, Jesus. And he said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto you, hereafter you shall see heaven open, and the angels of Yehovah ascending and descending upon the Son of Man. Genesis chapter 29. Jacob sees the love of his life. This story is truly love at first sight. The Bible says that Jacob kisses Rachel and raises his voice and weep over the one that's stolen his heart. The best part about it is that she is from Rebekah's family. However, things did not work out the way Jacob thought it should, especially when he offered to work for 7 years for Rachel by her father, Laban. Rachel's father deceives Jacob by giving Leah on his wedding night. I'm sure Rachel was aware that the oldest in their tradition, I should say, was that the oldest had to be married before the first one. And Laban knew this before he even made the deal for Jacob. Well, Jacob ended up with 2 wives, which was more than what he bargained for. Chapter 30 of Genesis. Jacob's family was very different than he had thought it would be. Here he has married 2 sisters who are in competition of who was going to give him the most children. This even led for them to be given their handmaids on this because of this competition. Jacob has been blessed and his family has grown and he's ready to go back home. Laban had other plans. He was trying to do everything he can do to keep Jacob because he knew he was fully blessed because of Jacob. Well, there's much going on in each one of these chapters, but I really want to focus on this minor part that maybe some people don't pick up. But it's a blessed point. But we should talk about the vow that Jacob made to Yehovah. This is in Genesis chapter 28, verse 20 through 22. And Jacob vowed a vow, saying, If Yehovah will be with me and keep me in this way that I go, and will give me bread to eat and raiment to put on, so that I come again to my father's house in peace, Then shall the Elohim be my Yehovah. And this stone which I set for a pillar shall be Yehovah's house. And of all that thou shalt give me, I will surely give the 10th unto thee. So let's think about this. Jacob made a vow to Yehovah that if he would keep him, give him supplies all his needs on his journey to his father's house, meaning he's going back home to his homeland, that he will give, not only the pillar will be the house of Yehovah, that stone become the pillar of Yehovah's house, but he will also give a 10th of all that he has. Now, you tell me where and who was he going to give this 10th to? Because according to most people, the priesthood hadn't started. Or was there another priesthood? This should bring you back to Abraham when he gave 10 to Melchizedek, the king of Salem, the high priest of the Most High. We can assume that he was given his 10th to a priest, that is where the tithes normally will go to. The Bible doesn't tell us who he gave his 10th to, but if Abraham was able to give to Melchizedek, I can just imagine there was a priest that Jacob was able to give his 10th to. I want us to give much thought and research on the priesthood. And one day we will go further into this when the time comes for it. But there was not only one priesthood. From the beginning to the end, the word is teaching you about Yeshua and his family, his bloodline. But I want you to remember that the Bible is about Yeshua and his bloodline. But there was another priesthood that was going on, but the focus was on Yeshua's family and his bloodline. Keep that in mind. Now, man does not live by bread alone, but every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yehovah. Now, next week, we will be reading Genesis chapter 31 through 33. Have a blessed rest of the week. And don't forget to come visit me on Saturday at 10 o'clock on Sabbath day and next Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. for Torah Chat Points. Thank you for joining me.